Good morning, all. Hope you are able to hear me.
Yes, Naveen. Good morning.
Yes,
Sorry, a bit louder, please. I'm not able to hear.
Yes, good morning.
How about others?
good morning, Naveen.
Yeah, able to hear me properly, right? The other person voice I'm getting very low.
Yes, I can able to hear.
So any questions before we proceed? Last week, we have done the GST configuration and we have posted few invoices documents with the different condition types like GST with 5%, with CGST, SGST 2.5, right? 12% CGST, 6%, integrated CGST and SGST. And we have done non-deductible taxes, and we have tested all the configuration part of GST. And once we are done with that, we have started the introduction of literature part of vendor down payment. Right? Last week's session, I have explained what is vendor down payment. What do you mean by vendor special GL transactions? Right? What is the difference between a down payment request and what do you mean by an advance payment? So we have seen different scenarios on that. Right? What is how to configure? What is the posting like special GL keys we can recognize? F is nothing but down payment request. A is nothing but an advance payment, right? And what are the steps we involved? And RRH will be nothing but retention or holding money. So we discussed these things in last week's session. So any questions before we proceed? Any questions?
No, Naveen.
No, right? Okay. So as I said that last week, we need to create 3 GL accounts. Okay, we will do that. So while before doing the vendor GL testing, down payment testing. So what is the difference between, before I proceed, I'll ask one question. What is the difference between a down payment and advance payment? What is the difference?
Down payment is a request from a source department.
Correct. And next?
Advance payment is what finance team is paying to source department.
Correct. In general, what we will say, we will say that we have done the down payment. Correct. Normally, we use the term called down payment. Whatever initial payment we do. Correct. Then, but that is incorrect. In general, we will say that we have made a down payment of 20,000, 30,000. No, that's not. If you are making a payment, then that will become an advance payment. If you are going to buy some particular product, for example, on installment, right? A television or a free refrigerator or an air conditioner or whatever it is. So you went and you inquired. We inquired and say that television cost is around 1 lakh, right? So you want to go for the installment, and they will say that we will ask them what is the initial payment we need to do. Then from supplier end, they will say that they will demand for some advance payment. They will say that they will request that 20,000 you need to make a payment. 20,000 you need to make a payment as an advance. So whatever they are requesting 20,000, okay, they are informing us that need to pay 20,000. So that request, we call it as a down payment. That request, we call it as a down payment. And once we pay 20,000 and we will take the product or services, then that particular 20,000 is considered as an advance payment. For down payment request, we don't have any financial impact. Okay, only one line entry will be get generated. But when we do the actual payment, then the financial impact will be there and it will affect a double entry system. One debit, one credit. Clear? So that's what we discussed in the last session. So here we need to create the required GL accounts as I mentioned here. So down payment request account we need to create, advance to vendors we need to create, and retention money. You know that what do you mean by retention money? What does it mean by retention? What is the difference? You know that now, down payment and advance payment. What is retention?
They will hold the money.
Holding some part of
Exactly. Either holding, retention. In SAP, we have two terminologies, right? We can select as a holding or retention. In some system, they'll call it as a retention. In some system, they'll call it as a holding, or both will be available. Both will be available. So here, what is the special GL for down payment? What is the special down payment special GL character? Special GL indicator. Sorry?
F.
Special GL indicator for down payment request.
F.
F. Perfect. And advance payment?
A.
A. And retention?
R.
R.
Or H. So as I said that sometimes we call it as a retention. In some system, maybe the feature called retention may not be available. Then you need to select H. That is nothing but holding. And some system you will not find holding. Then you will find R. And both in some systems you will have both. Then you can select R, retention money. If both are available, then you can select R. If one is available instead of R, holding is available, then we need to select H. Instead of holding, R is available, then we need to select R. Okay, if both are available, then we need to select R. Hope you got my point.
Yes.
Okay. So write down preparation, creation of required GL account. Vendor special GL transactions. Write down. Create the below GL accounts in FS00. In FS00. Let me log in. In FS00. So what are the GLs we need to create? First one, down payment request account. Vendor. Next one, advance to vendors or vendor account. Next one, retention money from vendor, retention money to vendor. Okay. So I'll make this here. FS00 transaction code, as you know that. So what is my company code? What is my company code? What is my company code?
01.
Sorry?
UT01.
UT01.
UT01, the same company code we are in. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create vendor, right? 155. Create payables. Create payables, domestic import service. Fine. 1,55,000. 1,55,000. Okay, company code UT01. Click on create. Click on create. Click on create. Okay, select here. Trade payables. Liability series. Trade payables. And it's a balance sheet item. It's a balance sheet item. It's a balance sheet item. Next item. So here we are creating first one, down payment, right? Down payment request vendor. Down payment vendors. Down payment request vendors. Request from vendor. Just write it down as it is. So we receive the sourcing department will receive request from vendor, and then sourcing department will generate a request. Sourcing department is nothing but your buyer department or purchasing department, whatever you call in your company. Down payment request to vendors. Okay, go to control data, click on control data. Click on control data. So here the most important thing is the reconciliation account is very important. Reconciliation account is vendors. Reconciliation account is vendors. Reconciliation accounts vendors. Okay, just write it down. Currency automatically pick from your company code. Okay, vendors. One second, it's started again. Okay, click on only balance in local currency. Only balance in local currency. Reconciliation account vendors. Okay, next one. Line item display. Line item display. Or you can remove here only balance in local currency. We can have. Next one, line item display. Line item display. Sort key 001. Sort key 001. Sort key 001. Sort key 001. One second. Okay, next one, create bank interest tab. Create bank interest tab. Click on create bank interest tab. So click on bank in. So what are the status we need to select here? Ours is,
67.
sorry,
U067.
I didn't get you.
Last one. Ultra reconciliation
I'll
account.
show you once again. So here again, the most important thing is in control data. If you want to write, you can. So control data. So here, like select vendors account, reconciliation account, and don't select only balance in local currency, right? And here I made the mistake. You can select here. You remember, like that's the reason I was checking. Vendor number 012 because we are in AP module. Yeah. Clear? Vendor. Okay. So here, what is the thing I missed it? Okay. What is the thing? Can we select tax category here? So we are going to do with the GST, right? Sorry, a bit louder.
Yes.
Please. So what I'll do is at the time of posting, if we get error, then I will select this particular thing. I'll show you that also. Already in GST module, we saw that at the time of posting to a vendor with down payment request, I'll just show you if it is showing an error, then we will make it as a tax category. Is that fine? Okay. Next one, click
Okay.
create bank interest tab. Click on create bank interest tab. And we will select ours is U, right? U067 ultra reconciliation account. Ultra reconciliation account. U067. Is this clear? Any questions? Save.
No.
Right? So data saved. So one more. So I'll create one more account. 1,55,000. I'll copy this. I'll copy 55,100. Okay, with template. With the template, I'll copy 1,55,000. Company code UT01. Company code UT01. 1,55,100. Copy of 1,55,000. Company code UT01. Company code UT01. Company code UT01. Click on OK. So here I'll make this as an advanced to vendors. Advanced to vendors. Advanced to vendors. Advanced to vendors. Just write it down. Okay. Advanced to vendors. So only description we need to change. And tax category, we will see at the time of postings. Okay, click on save button. So one more last account we will create. Retention. So 200. 1,55,200 with the template. With the template of 1,55,000. And click on OK button. Click on continue button. So just we will make these changes to retention money description. Retention money of vendor. Okay, retention money of vendors. I'll just make this change also. Retention money vendors. Just write it. Okay. Retention money to vendors. Retention to money, money to vendors. So click on save button. Click on save button. So we can check 3 accounts we have created. 1,55,000, 55,100, and so go with the company code. GL account number and company code. So give your company code. Click on OK. So you can see here 1,55,100, 55,000 down payment request from vendor, 1,55,100 advance to vendors, and 55,200 retention money. So as per our structure, we have created 3 GL accounts. Clear? Any questions here? Any questions?
No.
So before that one setting, I would like to show you in GL module. See here. So probably while you practice, when you're practicing in GL module, see here you won't get the account group number. Directly you will get trade payables. Instead of liability 150 series, whatever account series we have given, group series, that we won't find. Or you don't want this to be displayed. Account group need not be displayed, only the description need to be displayed, like L150. Then what you need to do is write down, separately write down, don't mix with this. Okay, it's a configuration setting which I am. Okay, write it down. If, sorry, in GL module or any other module, GL module or any other module, if the drop down list need to be displayed, then select customize local layout option from standard toolbar. Select customize local layout from standard toolbar. Click on that. And from there, select options. We are going to discuss each and everything here. So here, select options. Okay, select options. So here you can select your, what we call, colors of your screen. Okay, so here you can see themes and previews, how it look. Okay, so here for us, it's a tool, right? Drop down tool. So click on second tab, visualization design, and next one, select interaction design. So here font size, branding, coloring, everything we can save in this particular thing. But here I don't want to touch now, as of now, this particular thing. So here, go to interaction. Go to interaction. Go to interaction. Interaction design. Go to interaction design. So in that, ignore this. Click on visualization. Click on visualization. Click on visualization. So in that, you can see here controls. There are different controls are there. We will discuss later that. So here, show keys within drop down list. So if you disable this, and if you say apply, and say okay, then if you go back again, /n FS00. Okay, if I press enter, see here, you won't find that account group description. Got it? Yes, no?
Okay. Yeah.
So, but if we want
Yes.
to reactivate it, So at the time of why it's required, in the sense, whenever we are going to, as a consultant, sometimes we need to give an explanation or present to the we need to present to a layman. Then at that particular point of time, we need to, if we have this account group and description, account number and description, then that would be easy to understand them. We can make them understand easily. So again, click on, if you need to activate, reactivate it, same thing. Okay, customize local layout in standard toolbar. Click on options. Okay, the next interactive design. Okay, visualization 1, 2. So here, select show keys within a drop down list. Okay, sort by keys within drop down list for most efficient keyboard of input. Ignore this. So click on apply, say okay. Okay, and again press see here L150. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Naveen.
Okay, so now we will see, we have created the GL. Now we need to create the configuration part. We have to start the configuration. Okay. Write down. Define, second step. Creation of GL accounts is the first step in vendor special GL transactions. Define alternative reconciliation account for down payments. Define alternative reconciliation accounts for vendor down payment or down payment. Just define alternative reconciliation accounts for down payments. Write down the path. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, financial accounting new, accounts receivable and accounts payable, business transactions, down payment made, define alternative reconciliation account, for down payments. Define alternative reconciliation accounts for down payments. Okay. Transaction code OB by R. Transaction code OB by R. I'll go with the path again in SAP. Okay. So I'll write here SPRO, SAP reference IMG, Okay. Financial accounting new. Just check your this one. Financial accounting new. Next one, we are in which module? Accounts receivable and accounts payable. So select your module here. Accounts receivable and accounts payable. So here it's a common for both. So business transactions. So select business transactions. So here down payment received for customer. Down payment made is related to vendor. So down payment made. Okay. Define alternative reconciliation accounts for down payment. So additional information. Display key IMG active. So OBYR. So till this particular path, any questions?
No.
Right. So click on execute button. Okay. Okay. In OBYR, this is a OBYR screen. So we have a special GL indicator C. So for us, so double click on special GL indicator F or special GL indicator F or down payment request. Write down, double click on special GL indicator F or double click on down payment request. Double click on down payment request. Okay, I'm double clicking on down payment request. And next, give the chart of accounts. Give the chart of accounts. UOCA. Give the chart of accounts. UOCA. Ultra. Operating chart of accounts. So now we need to give the reconciliation accounts. Okay. So whatever we created, we give trade payables domestic 1,50,000. Next one 1,50,000, 1,50,100 import. Okay, so we'll type it 1,50,000. 100 we have already done. Right, 1,50,000, right? This is sorry. $1,50,000. 1,50,000. 1 second, I'll come back again. Double click on F. Double click on F. Okay, so UOCA. So 1,50,000. Trade payables domestic. 1,50,100. 1,50,100 import. 1,50,100 import and 1,50,200. And we don't want intercompany. Intercompany we won't select down payment request because sister concern we won't request for down payment or any advance payment. Clear? So we will create for import, domestic and service. Okay, what is a reconciliation account here? We need to select 1,55,000. 1,55,000 down payment request from vendor. 1,55,000. So just type it as a 1,55,000. So means we are integrating the domestic vendor with the down payment reconciliation vendor account, service or import with the reconciliation down payment request account and service, whatever it is. So 1,55,000. Is this clear?
Yes.
So just write it down. Just write it down as it is. So what we have done, we have selected domestic, service and import. We are not going to do any down payment request from our sister concern. So that's the reason we are not selecting intercompany reconciliations. Okay. So click on save button. Click on save button. That's it. So what we did, we have done the reconciliation account integration with down payment request. Okay. Next one. Plus save button. Okay, press back button. Okay. So next one, double click on special GL indicator A or double click on down payment Actually, we can change it. Normally, you will have it as an on assets. Just see this particular, don't go with the description. So special GL indicator A, special GL indicator A, double click on special GL indicator A or description, double click on description. Double click on description. Okay, we have created advance payment GL account also, right? So double click on this. So same thing, 1,50,000. 1,50,000. And next 1,50,100. 1,50,100 import. Import. And next one 1,50,200 services. 1,50,200 services. Okay, which GL account we need to integrate? Okay, we need to integrate 1,50,100. 1,50,055, sorry. It's 1,55,000. Here you can see advanced to vendors. 1,55,100. 1,55,100. 1,55,100. So whatever GL we have created, down payment and advance payment, we have integrated with import vendor, service vendor, and domestic vendor. Okay. Any questions still here? Yes, no.
No.
Click on save button. Click on save button. Say okay. So press back button. So we need to give retention. One more GL account we have created, retention GL. So that we need to give separately. Yeah, right on. Next one. Define alternative reconciliation account for vendors. Define alternative reconciliation account for vendors. Write on the path SPRO. Write on the path SPRO. Or you can write it as in path same as above, till business transactions. Till business transactions. Path same as above, till business transactions. From there, select postings with alternative reconciliation accounts. Postings with alternative reconciliation accounts. From there, select other special GL transactions. From there, select other special GL transactions. Next, select define alternative reconciliation account for vendors. Define alternative reconciliation accounts or account for vendors. Transaction code OBXT. Transaction code OBXT. OBXT. So till business transactions, it's one and the same. Till business transaction, it's one and the same. So till here. So till here, business transactions. Business transactions. Postings with alternative reconciliation account. Postings with alternative reconciliation account. Postings with other reconciliation account. Other reconciliation account. Next one, select other special GL transactions. And select other special GL transactions. Excuse me. And from there, select define again customers and vendors. Don't get confused. So this is related to AR. So define alternative reconciliation account for vendors. and transaction code OBXT. Transaction code OBXT. So click on. So here, these are the other special. So you can see here. So you can see in my system, in our server, we have H for security deposit, nothing but holding. And we have again retention money also. So if you don't have a R, then you can double click on H, right? If you don't have a H, then you can, if R is there, then no problem for us. You can select R. But if both are available, then you need to select a retention money, the relevant one. Understood? Any questions here? Yes.
No,
All right.
no.
So double click on, write down, double click on R or description. Double click on R or description. Double click on special GL indicator R or retention money. Okay. So anywhere you can do it. Double click. So give chart of accounts. Give chart of accounts. Give chart of accounts UOCA. Give chart of accounts UOCA. That's it. Same thing what we need to do here. Same 1,55,000. Okay. 1,55,000. Sorry, it's 1,50,000, correct? It's not 55. 1,50,000. Domestic. 1,50,100. Import. Next one, 1,50,200. Domestic services. Next one, retention account. 1,55,200. Retention one you can see here. Okay. 55,200. So here, don't press tab button, it will be overwritten. That's the reason I'm typing manually. So don't select here and just type here, or else it will be overlap. That's the reason I'm typing it. Okay, same 1,55,200. Just write it down. Just write it down. Okay. So click on save button. Click on save button. Fine. So now we have done the configuration part. Correct. This is the only configuration we will have for down payment request. Now for testing purpose, whether the configuration is done. So we have 7 steps. Last week we have discussed. So these are the steps we have. Right. Step 1, down payment request, which is single line. Next one, scenario 2, vendor advance payment. Scenario 3, vendor invoice posting. Next one, transfer from special GL account to normal GL account. And next scenario 5, transfer from normal GL to special GL. And scenario 6, we discussed last time everything. Okay. Last week, scenario 6, vendor balance payment. And scenario 7, retention holding of money. Clear? So for any questions still here?
No.
No.
Right. Yeah. So now we will create one GL account, new GL account for this. One new GL account for this. So we know that what is the transaction code? FK01/O FK01 /O FK01. Okay. Give company code LI01. Give company code LI01 and account group.
Sorry, Naveen, Raj here.
Yes,
What
please.
we are doing now? What we are doing now?
We are creating a vendor FK01.
Creating vendor account.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
Creating vendor account.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So group we have created USVS service vendor. I'm creating USVS Press enter. Okay, select it as in company. So group we have selected LSVS. Select here company. Okay. And here we will create it as in. So big constructions. Constructions Private Limited. SCPL short name. Search name I'll write it as in SCPL. Okay. I'll just strike any name, Pragati Nagar. Kukatpalli. Pragati Nagar, Kukatpalli. I'm taking any number. $5,71,000. Hyderabad. Country IN. Region 36. Telangana. PO box number, something I'll get same, whatever I already get. I'm taking that. Just write it down.
Naveen, sorry, I did not understand this. We are creating the vendor here.
Correct.
Correct. Earlier also we have done a vendor master creation.
I'm creating a new vendor.
Okay. Okay. So that will take the vendor from that group. So we have created the group, right? So from there it will pick up the number.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
So that the vendor number it will create from the vendor group that we created the group, right? Number series group.
How we created the first vendor? How we have created the first vendor?
Like this only.
Right. How it picked the number?
From the group range. We have given the number range, right? Vendor group number ranges.
Correct, right.
Okay. So now why we are creating the vendor here again?
Why in the sense only with one vendor you want me to do all the transactions?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Fine,
in
fine.
your
Got
company,
it.
how many vendors will be there?
So many vendors will be there.
Then why you want me to do everything in one vendor?
No. I'm not asking to do, but just
The question is
clarifying.
because for your practice, I'm creating one vendor.
Okay.
Vendor.
No. Just I have that doubt, which is asking.
But still, I didn't get your question.
Nothing. I got you are creating another vendor now. Okay.
I'll
Got
create
it.
few more vendors also.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So just write it down. Done. Press enter. Press enter. So here tax number, give tax number. Giving tax number, anything, Telangana, right? Yes. Telangana state. So don't, here I'm just giving any number like this, that's it. A random number. Tax information we are giving here. Just write it down. Just write down. Okay. Is it done? So again, press 2 times enter. Now we are not going to give any bank details as of now. Okay. Next. Contact details also we are not going to give right now. And next one. Press enter. So here, this particular screen is very important for us. So we need to give our reconciliation account. 1,50,200 services, right? So here we have created group called 1,50,200. And next one, sort key, vendor number, that is 012. That is 012 vendor number. And cash management group. You know that what is the cash management group we need to select? What is the cash management? Sorry?
A1 domestic.
Perfect. A1. Write it down. So here the reconciliation account, tax details we have given. We have ignored the bank details, contact details. Now we have given. Okay. Reconciliation account we have given, sort key we have given, and cash management group. Okay. Press enter. Press enter. Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Okay. Press enter. So here we need to give payment details. So we have created our own payment details. Okay, I think we have added U with C users. It's a U only, right? Ultra. Payable domestic. Okay, same thing. U001. Credit memo also same thing. U001. Just write it down. If you save it, then the vendor number will be get generated. Click on save button. See here, from that particular range, domestic service, whatever you have selected from that particular range, the number is got generated. Just write it down, the number 53,000,002, the vendor number. Okay. So here, create vendor master, fourth step, we have completed. Fourth step, we have completed. Next one. Vendor is ready. Okay. Okay. Vendor down payment request. Vendor down payment request. Okay, SAP menu. SAP menu. Accounting. Right on the path, vendor down payment request. SAP menu. Accounting. Financial accounting. Accounts payable. Document entry. Document entry. Document entry. Financial accounting, accounts payable, document entry, down payment. And from there select request. Transaction code F-47. F-47. Okay. You remember last week I said one thing, if you want to do a GST configuration. So every time in practice server, what we need to check? What we need to check?
Whether it is a manual
Sorry.
manual GST or so that time we face the
I didn't
issue,
get you.
right?
See, I think you are open. So resounding. Either one is muted. You're logged with two systems.
Oh, that is not a problem. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. What is the thing we need to do?
Assign tax code to country somewhere.
Sorry,
Assign tax code to the country or
correct. Tax procedure to country we need to check. So what is the transaction code I said? What is the transaction code for that? What is the transaction code? Don't forget that that's very important transaction code. OBBG. OBBG. So just we need to check in the GST module or any tax module /n OBBG. So which country we are in? India. So which one it is selected here? So in practice server only these things will be happened. In real time, it won't get changed. Whatever tax procedure we assign, that will be there continuously. But here, whoever practice the GST part, they will change it. So at the before posting first GST transactions, then we need to check it. So what is our U tax in, I believe? U tax in. Is that correct? So every time
Yes.
you need to check this before posting an entry. Okay. So click on save.
And also Naveen, one more thing. So our I mean access got revoked. So when we are taking new access, so regarding the tax part, we need to say to them this kind of a configure server. We need to
JST configuration.
which
GST.
configuration? We need to say them GST configuration
Yes.
is to be. How we need to say? Can you please repeat?
Sorry, how to provide the GST
What will-
server of PHP 7.
GST number of each P7 server.
Not GST, GST server.
Okay, GST server. We need to say.
Yes, they will
Provide.
understand.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, click on save button. Raj, one more request, please don't use speakers both the times because it's resounding.
Not sure why it is happening. Okay, I will check that.
Yeah, because one you just mute it and you can talk with another one. Save it and press back button. Clear? So now we'll go. So vendor down payment request. So we have already started. Okay, click on SAP menu. Right on the path again. I'll vendor down payment request. SAP menu. Accounting. Click on accounting. Click on accounting. Accounting. Financial accounting. Financial accounting. Accounts payable. Accounts payable. Next, select document entry. Document entry. Next one. Down payment. We have a subfolder called down payment. Down payment. Down payment. It's only a request. F-47. Document entry. Down payment. And it is, we are doing a request. So whenever we do a request, how many line items will be get generated in the system?
only one?
Only one. Does it have any financial impact?
No.
No, right? Yeah. So this is a special GL. So F-47 request. So here date F4, F2, F4, F2, document type, company code, posting date and period, and amount will be automatically updated. So next one, reference. I'll give it as an vendor down payment request 01. And here I'll give it as an vendor down payment request. Vendor down payment request. We write on this. So here we need to give the GL accounts, not GL account, vendor accounts. So whatever vendor we have created just now, that we will select. That we will select. So vendor by company code. We have created Satvik. We have created already 2 vendors, right? And this is third vendor, whatever we created. Raj, any created in vendor creation part?
Sorry,
Still
Navin.
your question. Any question?
Yes, yes, got it.
Yeah. So select Satvik Constructions. And what is the special GL indicator we need to give here? So here I'll give it as an A only. You just check. So here you can select here vendor down payment. Select A. Okay, else I'll write here as a we are vendor advance payment request. I'll mention here as an advance request. Vendor advance request, nothing but your down payment request. So we are selecting here A, special GL indicator. Automatically it will take F to this particular GL. Okay. So line item 1, this is press enter. Any till here completed?
Yes.
Okay, press enter. Special GL indicator is not defined for this. Okay, I'll take it as in. Let me check. Not defined for down payments. We have done right that F and A. $5,30,000. This is retention. Ultra only, right? Company code UOCN. We have followed the. We have created the vendor. We have defined the alternative reconciliation accounts, right?
Yes, we have defined it.
Down payment made only. Define alteration. UOCN. 1,50,000. $1,50,000 trade payables domestic import trade payable services Trade payables, services. 200. There's 1,50,100. Advance to vendors, correct. And down payment. Let me check once. Now we have done this is also. Let me close the screen. Company code from start. This issue we will get normally. Okay.
I think we need to go with F-48.
Not a dashboard. First we need to do a dashboard.
Okay.
Without request of IR, please mute your resounding. One second, give me a second time, I'll just check. Because it's a new this thing server. Check with him any things he has done. Just give me a 2 minutes time. Let me check any configuration issue.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. I'll just call him.